Day 7 of the G1 Climax comes from Saitama and is headlined by Tanahashi versus Fale. Hello again everyone, we're back with the A block from Tokorozawa Citizen Gymnasium and an attendance of 1,511. We start off with two of the leaders in the block, Tenzan coming in on 4 points and Makabe coming in on 6. The crowd was super into this match after a couple of lifeless crowds the last couple of days. Tenzan fought off the top turnbuckle beatdown from Makabe. Makabe's been using a similar situation to win so far. Tenzan hit the diving headbutt and then he tried the Anaconda Vice twice and missed a moonsault. And that was the opening for Makabe to hit a Death Valley driver, followed by the King Kong knee drop. And Makabe picked up the win and goes to 8 points on top of A block. And I gave it 3 3/4 stars as a match. And Makabe's looking unstoppable for now. And Tenzan now has 2 losses in a row. Sanada coming in on 2 points, taking on Hiroki Goto coming in on 4. Halfway through the match, they spent a minute going back and forth between the GTR and Skull End submissions. And then a fireman's carry cutter from Sanada, followed by a Skull End. Sanada won with the moonsault in the end after Goto wouldn't tap, and he now goes to 4 points in the standings. I gave it 3 1/4 stars this match. Next up, Marufuji coming in on 4 points, taking on Tomohiro Ishii coming in on 2. Marufuji did the same thing he did to Tenzan and chopped the living crap out of Ishii, made his chest bleed. Ishii reversed Shiranai into a sit-outside reverse pile driver. And Ishii got 2 near falls on a couple of finishing lariats, but it would take a brainbuster in the end to give Ishii the win and make him go to 4 points in the standings. I gave this match 4 stars. It's one you should definitely check out. In your co-main event, you had Tama Tonga coming in on 2 points off that win over Tanahashi, taking on Okada coming in on 4. Tonga briefly scared the crowd with a double arm DDT reversal off a Rainmaker attempt, but Okada scored the fall after a second Rainmaker attempt was successful, and Okada goes to 6 points in the standings. I gave it 2 1/2 stars. You could skip this one. And in the main event, Bad Luck Fale coming in on 2 points, taking on Hiroshi Tanahashi, still winless up to this point. The two worst performers in the block in terms of points. Shockingly, Fale did not knock down the announcer today. One thing that did happen early on is they went deep into the crowd and Fale was slamming the barricade onto Tanahashi. And Fale managed to put the knees up on a second high fly flow after Tanahashi wasn't successful after the first one, getting the pinfall. But Tanahashi kicked out of Fale's grenade, and then the finish came when Tanahashi slipped out of a second bad luck fall attempt from Fale and turned it into a backside pin, picked up the 1, 2, 3. Tanahashi has won. He's got 2 points, the streak is over. 3 1/2 stars, really decent main event. The crowd loved the result, and Tanahashi reassured them afterwards that he was going to win the G1 now. I also want to give a shout out to Aaron Henry, who I saw at the end of this match, almost helping Tanahashi out of the ring. I saw him wrestle maybe 4 months ago at a small, maybe 200 max capacity show here in England, by an independent promotion called Premier. And to see him now, see him at the end of the G1 show was a surprise. And I now have learned that he's signed on as a young lion for New Japan, so congratulations to him. Well done, Aaron Henry. Rating today's show, I'll give it a B+. Marufuji versus Ishii was a brilliant match. You should go and watch that. As well as Tenzan versus Makabe, and maybe even Fale versus Tanahashi as well. All decent matches. This was almost, I would say, as good as day 1, but I would give it a B+. The standings after day 7 have Makabe still on top with 4 wins and 8 points. but chasing up behind him is Okada with 3 wins and a loss and 6 points. Then you have Ishii, Marufuji, Sanada, Goto and Tenzan all on 4 points in the middle. Tanahashi, Fale and Tonga round out the group at the bottom, all with 2 points each. I was 2 for 5 on pre-tournament predictions for today. I predicted Okada and Ishii to win their matches. Failed on everything else. 16 out of 35 total so far. I need to get over 0.500. Days 8 and 9 look phenomenal on paper as cards. Day 8 you've got what I would consider a double main event in Shibata versus Naito and Elgin versus Omega. Those could both be phenomenal matches. Tanahashi versus Goto, Makabe versus Marufuji and Okada versus Tenzan are all highlights of day 9 as well. So really we're being treated to something special hopefully this weekend on New Japan World. Stay tuned, I will guide you through days 8 and 9 as well. Please subscribe for more G1 goodness and I'll see you next time.